Hey guys,
Hey,
I'm Joe,
I'm Marissa.
and thank you for tuning in into another episode of The Honest Truth. Hey everyone, Joe and Marissa here, man. We have been married for 3.5 years, and over the 3.5 years, we've seen a lot. We have seen the successes, the ups and downs, the disappointment. We have shared all the above. But God has seen it fit, just place a ministry in our heart. We just want to emphasize in our ministry that marriage is sacred, marriage is forever. We want to build a community where we share resources, we educate each other, and we just encourage each other. So we hope that you join us in this journey. We pray that you support. We pray for your families as you pray for ours. And God bless marriages, bless young couples, and let's take this journey together. Let's join arms and let's continue to encourage each other. Build your community. It is important. Your marriage needs it. Peace and love. Today we're going to be talking about maintaining your individuality after getting married. All right, so just like many of you, I know this is a topic that comes up. You search Google, and it will come up and down. Like, how do you maintain yourself in a relationship? So we're gonna be talking about that for a little bit, and I'll begin with this. Like, if you are anything like us when we got married, right? That first year after we got married, it was a time of so many different changes. I remember we both started a new job in another
Right.
district.
At different times or same time?
It was very
I think it
similar
was around the
time.
same time.
Yeah. I was in officer candidate school. That was very time consuming, Lord
Oh
knows.
my gosh.
Like, we don't want to go back to that era.
And we were warned though not to do that.
Yes.
Premarital counseling, we were told do not do anything in
But
your
we-
first year, like
we went
anything
and did it.
significant. Don't do anything like significant changes or anything.
Right.
And we didn't purposely do it though.
We
It
did
just
it.
happened.
Yeah.
During the
I remember
first year.
talking to Pastor Robinson when we went for our final conference or session with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's kind of already in the plans. I'm starting off as a candidate school in
Right.
August. But anyway, so
So don't do that. What we did, do not.
it works
I mean,
out.
we made it work, but it was definitely
It's
challenging.
tough.
Yeah. It was
So we're saying all that to say this, like, with all those different things that are happening, you're also really excited. It's like, oh yes, oh my gosh, I just married the love of my life. You know what I'm saying? And you're spending so much time and energy not only into developing those different areas and finding your career if you got married young,
Yeah.
but also like devoting all the time and energy into your marriage. And it is so easy to lose sight of who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And when you do that, you lose. You kind of your spouse becomes your everything, which it should be, right? Your spouse should be your everything.
Your priority, yeah.
It should be your priority, but your spouse shouldn't be your only outlet,
Right.
right? So if that is the case, that leads to frustration and disappointment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So avoid that.
Well, I would say we tried to maintain our individuality over the years, right? So I think we had a good understanding, first of all, of what we liked. So I knew that I was into music, so of course I joined the choir. But it took me a while to actually get settled into the marriage and then to actually feel comfortable joining that because it was a big commitment.
Right.
And you respected that. You respected my love for music and all of that. So we always, I think, knew, right, what we liked,
Yeah.
what our interests were. But I think it took some time to feel comfortable to be like, okay, well, I'm actually gonna do what I like now, because we fell into that trap a little bit, like doing everything together, just finding ways to create more memories. And I mean, we would come up with travel plans and, okay, what we doing this weekend? What we doing that weekend?
Right.
And we really had to find a balance.
Yeah. It was exciting, but you bring up a really good point, babe, and it's that, you knew who you were, right? Before we even got married, all right? So I think it is really critical, and I think one of the things, now I don't think I know, what really attracted me to you was, you knew who Marissa was. You know what I'm saying? Like, what your passions were, what your goals were, how involved you were, and your fulfillment and happiness did not stem from someone else. You know what I'm saying? That stemmed from within. And as a spouse, like, that's a really big responsibility that someone's depending on you for their happiness.
That's true. You do have to have a strong sense of self.
Right.
And being that we're young, that changes. Who we are can change, and what our interests are can change, right? We have to be open-minded to that, understanding that our spouse could possibly change, their interests could change. They could go into the marriage liking one thing, and we've experienced that too, and all of a sudden they gain a new hobby, or let's say they like their taste changes, they start liking new things.
Right.
But no, I do think it's important. I do think it's important that you have a sense of who you are, and that your spouse knows that. So it has to be conveyed well, right? It has to be conveyed and communicated. Yeah.
So maintaining that, and then I would say, like, I also think, and we were talking about this earlier when we were, coming home, and we said that in your personal space or personal time, that is an opportunity where you can hear God, right?
Discern His voice.
So whether you're hanging with friends can say something that you have been contemplating or thinking about all the time, and God is using your friends to speak to you.
Definitely.
Right?
That's definitely true. And just that one-on-one time, too. Like, you'll work on your car. You're not necessarily with friends, but you're by yourself doing something that you love to do, or working out. That's a good one, right?
Yeah. Like, like I... for a while I didn't want to listen to any music when I was, running long distance, because it's such a, it's 101. There's the time where you're really digging deep, you're knowing yourself, and
all the thoughts in your head,
and thoughts just, I used to lesson plan during my runs because it was the quiet time that I had. You know what I'm saying? So.
I didn't know that.
It's definitely an opportunity for to hear God's voice and experience His presence, and just being open to to discern His will.
Yeah, and then also finding it's important, as we said, to have separate interests, right? And to know what those are, and to respect your spouse's space and what they like, because it may not match up, right?
Yeah.
But then also finding things that you can do together, and maybe some of those interests that one spouse has can be adapted, or you can find ways to do it together.
Yeah, you join them.
Right. Because working out, for instance, I think I like working out with you, but it's not something that I would do really on my own. But I find it enjoyable when I'm with you doing it, and it's quality time.
Yeah. And in doing so, what you're doing is you're supporting your spouse. You're showing them, hey, I do value what you find to be fulfilling to you, right? And that's powerful. Yeah. So, well, I don't know if we have anything else. Probably do, but we can ramble on and on. But in just a quick short video, just to share our experience, our thoughts. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
As always, we welcome your feedback.
Definitely.
And what's almost New Year. Happy New Year.
Early,
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Bye.